Of Godaway Sports.
Godaway Sports welcomes you to Fredericksburg, Virginia for the MASL3 Nationals. And ladies and gentlemen, you are going to see intensity. You are going to see March Madness here on this 27th day of March here in 2026 as the Cleveland Samba will do battle in the quarterfinal matchup with the OKC certified Lions from Oklahoma City. So it was a bit of a hike for us and the Cleveland Samba, about 6.5 hours down to Fredericksburg, Virginia for this nice little 3-day tournament. Good evening, everybody. My name is Noah Ricks, your play-by-play announcer here on Godaway Sports with once again, our magnificent camera operator, Donald Van Horn. And unfortunately, we are behind the net. Nothing we can do. It was the best spot we could find for this game. It's pretty much like the best spot we are allowed to film at because we have a little bit of a scissor lift to our right of us. But nevertheless, we got a local broadcast here for the MASL3 Nationals as the OKC Certified Lions coming into this one 8-2 with 24 points and winning their respective division, the South Division, number 1 in the Cleveland Samba, finishing the regular season at 7-3. Our Cleveland Samba was able to get in with some nice dominant performances throughout the regular season, currently holding 21 points right now. We just want to remind you that this broadcast is copyrighted by Godaway Broadcasting Company, LLC, for the private use of our audience. Any use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or other accounts of the game without Godaway Broadcasting Company's consent is prohibited. So it looks like they are meeting up at center circle, the captain, Anthony DeMarco, and the captain for Oklahoma City, meeting up. Just a cordial good luck and cordial, friendly display of sportsmanship. But this game could go either way. Both teams are very well aware of that. We saw, like, before we came in, before we set up, Rock City Boom, who was in Cleveland's respective division, had a very intense game. They lost a heartbreaker here earlier, 8-7 in their quarterfinal matchup against the Rio Grande Valley Barracuda from Brownsville, Texas. So, Oklahoma City, actually the second most traveled team here in the MASL3 Nationals. About 1,300 miles away from home. The Cleveland Samba are just a little over 500 miles away from home as we start things off here in the MASL3 Nationals. Number 5 taking it for OKC, Victor Arias. And now taking it is the captain, number 22, Abel Diallo. OKC trying to control some tempo here in the early stages of this first quarter, and Kiefer Reed, the goalie, taking it for the Cleveland Samba. The goalie just really showing expertise in a collision there between the Samba's number 9, Nick Zagarach, and number 5, Victor Arias. Zagarach still not getting up. The official just trying to make his case there to the Cleveland Samba as Zagarach being helped up by Anthony DeMarco and Arias, who knocked him over. Good display of sportsmanship here early on in this quarterfinal matchup. Winner of this game will move on to play the winner of the Muskegon Risers versus the Baltimore Kings, the host team here in Fredericksburg. That game will follow shortly after this one. It's slated for 6:30 p.m. We were meant to start at 3:45, but obviously that was a very long going game between RGV and Rock City. A game that looked like it was going to go into overtime, but RGV took the lead in the final minute. As we get a little bit of a friendly wave from number 28, Connor Hollett. and definitely a lot of appreciation from the team as we made the about 6.5-hour drive down here to Fredericksburg. And now OKC trying to control the tempo. Arias gets it away from Hollett. And now Diallo down the middle. Here comes a little bit of a foot race. Oh, off to the side. That was the shot by OKC's number 6, Alexandre Chire. And now the Samba trying to get some offensive possession, some offensive control. They haven't really gotten some offensive control. Just a minute gone by here into this opening quarter. And now here comes the take away by number 23, Alex Rumlienchi of the Samba. Now Kiefer Reed, good kick away. And taking it back for OKC, number 10, Marco Del Vecchio. And trying to tap it in was Tristan Herrera, but Kiefer Reed right there for the save. Jake Gratzer trying to pat down, and number 1, the goalie, Andre Fuentes, able to make a save, and he grabs it there for the Certified Lions. So you can tell this is definitely a tough OKC team. It was a little bit of a neck-and-neck square between them and RGV in the division standings throughout the course of the regular season, but OKC was able to win with some gratitude of some forfeits, and they were able to take home the division crown. And now taken away by number 77, Henry Dominguez. And now taken number 14, Santos Hernandez. Hernandez going back onto the other third. Now here comes a hustle for it. And what about Kiefer Reed? Kiefer Reed rolling over, and Kiefer Reed a little slow to get up. But Kiefer Reed took a hard hit there to the floor. It looks like it's just a little bit of a minor bruise. But still, we have no score between these two squads. It's been a really tough defensive stalemate as we have an official timeout here. A very quick official timeout trying to check on Kiefer Reed's status. Just a little shaken up there on that roll. And now back underway we go, per the official signal. But live here from the Fredericksburg Fieldhouse. And now, number 17, Hogan Kern, getting lost into some traffic and take it away by the Lions. Number 20, Andres Quinones. Yeah, it looks like we have some contact there and some substitutions coming in for the Lions. And a free kick coming up. Here comes Victor Arias. Victor Arias was standing around. They're trying to get some good decoys into that situation. But another chance here for the Lions. Arias standing there at center circle. And take it away. A gut takeaway here. Hogan Kern feeds it off. George Cottenden. And now Anthony DeMarco. And it looks like it hit the net out of bounds there on DeMarco. So going back to the OKC Lions. And DeVecchio taking it now for the Lions, trying to feed it down the middle. And now number 30, Cesar Solis, was right there for the taking for the Lions, but Kiefer Reed quickly able to get it. And Zagaras trying to attack, but stolen away here by Tayar. A little bit of a 2-on-1, an advantage for the Lions. And a whistle blown, some contact, and going back here to OKC. Standing there at the corner, it looks like it's actually the goalie, Fuentes. And now trying to take it here is number 13, Jordan Lewis. Jordan Lewis Able to feed it back to Kiefer Reed. A good fake. Gets it off to Sylvester Messiah. Sylvester Messiah into the mix, number 19. And a little bit of a crash into the wall there for Zagarach. But now stolen away here by the Lions. The Lions trying to force some takeaways early on in this one. Zagarach trying to get a good look. And it's up for grabs at a good high ceiling here at the Fredericksburg Fieldhouse. Unlike home, we're at the Sportsplex back in North Olmsted, Ohio. It's a very short ceiling. If that hit the ceiling, that would have hit the ceiling at the Sportsplex, but it looks like out of bounds. Or whistle blown. A whistle has been blown officially. So the Samba will get a free kick. Number 15, Mitch Boyer, going to get this free kick here, and he just pats it off. Dylan Keeling, number 11, into the game now. And now Jake Gratzer taken away yet again. This is number 27, Ronaldo Monroy, forcing that takeaway for the Lions. Still no team has been able to get on the board yet, and we are 5 minutes into this one. And it hit the glass, so it remains in play. Cannon D is one of the captains here for the Samba, trying to get a header. And now the Lions trying to reset. Connor Hollett was there in the middle on defense for the Samba. And oh, what about a good little fingertip tap by Kiefer Reed there at the goalie after that shot. But the OKC Lions get yet another chance. Lions, they are trying to control this time of possession, but looking for more attacking. Ooh, good block. And it remains in play as Arias going back to get it here for Oklahoma City. Diallo getting into that mix now for OKC. And Diallo, his shot is off. Close call there for Abal Diallo. And now Jake Gratzer. Here comes the tap, and now Cannon Dees. Take away once again. The Lions, their defense has been really tenacious here in the opening stages of this one. The MASL3 quarterfinal. And now a chance to attack Diallo. DeMarco is right there for the Samba with a little pass from his teammate. And now Hogan Kern. Hogan Kern now being cornered by Victor Arias, and a good snatch by Fuentes. That was a very quick agile snatch by Fuentes. And Diallo trips, no foul. And here come the Samba. Down the middle, it's George Cottenden. George Cottenden gets it in! George Cottenden gets the game's first goal, and the Samba lead 1-0. 7:55 to go in the first quarter, and looks like we have a timeout here on the field. How about that to get things going? The Samba with the nice little dish, with a nice little kick down the middle by George Cottenden, and the Samba strike first blood. And once again, the Samba's sponsors, as they have all year long, we like to thank them for being a proud partner of the Samba. Sudge McGuire Bar and Grill, Matthew Warner Realtor at KW Elevate Keller Williams, dial 440-429-6657. That is Matthew Warner, the Realtor at Keller Williams. And by Sim-Based Systems, Christopher David Oswald on 29570 Clemens Road in Westlake, Ohio. You can dial him at 216-282-8192 or contact him at koswald@simbe.com. So the Samba, the strike down the middle by George Cottenden, getting on the board. Him and the Samba, an early lead, but the Lions trying to take momentum back on their side. And down the middle as looks like there's some contact. Nick Zagarac's going to be called with that foul here for the Samba. It's going to be the kick behind the line. That was for the Lions, Alexandre Tayar. Now take it away. Nick Zagarac able to redeem himself after that foul. Matt Skladany into that mix, trying to get it there. And now, here comes Alex Rumlienchi out of bounds. It looks like a chance here for the Samba. Got a little bit of a free kick once again coming up. This time, Nick Zagarac. And Zagarac trying to strike. Good defensive wall there by the Lions. Now Sylvester Messiah. And shot blocked. Matt Jordan Lewis right there. And for the Cleveland Samba, the Samba now controlling the offensive side themselves. 7 minutes to go in this first quarter. A header by Alex Rumlianchi stays in play. It was on the wall. And tapping the glass into the header by Million Evans. Let's see what the Lions can do as they make some minor adjustments. Same as the Lions. The Lions getting some quick subs, and now we have a Samba sub come in. That is Cannon Dees. Checking right back into the mix, trying to feed it to Connor Hollett. Connor Hollett trying to do it himself, but Fuentes right there in the middle. Tracking down, and too high of a shot for the Lions. Number 27, Ronaldo Monroy. Trying to keep this intensity going here is crucial for the Samba because it was a very back and forth game in that last game between RGV and the Rock City Boom. RGV was up 5-2 at halftime, but Rock City scored 5 unanswered goals, but RGV ended the game with 3 unanswered goals and obviously the game winner to take it 8-7 in the last minute. Here comes number 23, that is Herrera, Tristan Herrera. Herrera, his little sidekick, trying to get some good separation, get some offense flowing. And here comes, a push down. And now some good separation as good defensive stalemate. Kiefer Reed able to get it once again for Cleveland. OKC standing back. Looking to find some ways as Arias was in a little 2-on-1. Arias trying to feed it back on this other end and out of bounds. Clock reading 5 minutes exactly to go, first quarter. As you're seeing a very tough defensive game. We've been talking about that a little bit throughout the broadcast. The Samba have just really been able to take control despite the early push here by OKC. And a lot of tests there throughout the regular season, including a very tough 1-point defeat to Rock City at home back on March 7th, almost 3 weeks ago, about 20 days ago to be exact. And now, looks like we got a little collision there as falling hard to the ground was number 87 here for Cleveland. That is Will Grubbs. Will Grubbs is actually the last sub listed on the roster here at number 87. They had to fill a little extra spot just to get Will Grubbs onto this playoff roster. But Will Grubbs taking one for the team. And Dylan Keeling getting it from Cannon to Dees. Now back to Keeling as they play a little bit of a hot potato. They're around the corner. Now he gets it back outside. Looks like maybe trying to feed it off to Skladany. Skladany right there for the taking. That was some heavy, aggressive contact. And Jake Gratzer! Goal for Jake Gratzer! Jake Gratzer making it 2-0 Samba. And they are rolling here in these playoffs right now. And a nice little strong push here for the Cleveland Samba. Very, very tough defense here for OKC, but it's not really getting into the Samba skin. The Samba have been able to get 2 first quarter goals with 4:03 to go here in this first quarter. Still a lot of soccer to be played, but couldn't have asked for a much hotter start. OKC trying to get on the board, being shut out so far. And it looks like Kiefer Reed able to block it there. Looks like the travel. Hey, I've been getting to OKC a little bit as well. 1,300 miles away from home, as we mentioned. And it looks like a whistle blown in. Going back here to OKC. But OKC, if you take a drive by car from Oklahoma City here to Fredericksburg, it's about 18.5 hours. We are not exactly 100% sure if they drove or they just flew in here to Fredericksburg, maybe just flew into Richmond, if anything. But definitely it could play a really huge factor into this start right now. But OKC here and trying to get back onto their ways. And a 2-on-1, and Hogan Kern trying to get it back. Victor Arias, though, able to receive it for Oklahoma City. Just over 2.5 minutes to go, first quarter. Samba not looking to let their foot off the pedal. They are looking for a championship. And what has been maybe not necessarily the most favored for them in these playoffs. They're coming in at 21 points, the second least amount of points here in these playoffs. The only other team with worse points is the Baltimore Kings, the host team here in the playoffs at 14 points, able to sneak into the playoffs at 5-5. Here comes a chance here to get on the board, but nothing doing as Kiefer Reed able to block it there again. It looks like they are playing at home right now. Look the way they have really started things off, but able to get it in is Abal Diallo, and Abal Diallo able to put Oklahoma City on the board. Skladany into some heavy traffic. Cannon Dees. Now, considering these playoffs, Oklahoma City can really score some points in a jiffy. Samba still playing with that nice little fire in their stomachs, and that has really been a testament. That has really been a factor into why they were able to get that 2-0 lead to begin with. And now Herrera trying to put it, and it's up, and now, no, just at the last second, it was out, and it's blocked. And trying to get a header there, and it's blocked again. Kiefer Reed, that's like 3 or 4 saves there in just a matter of about 10, 15 seconds. Give this man a raise. And now Diallo scoring the Lions' first goal just a few moments ago, trying to get the second, but to no avail. Under 20 seconds now to shoot. And Connor Holla able to take it away for the. And Kiefer Reed. Header there, and with 5 seconds left. Oh, did that go in? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Just at the very chinny chin, it goes off the side. And what a very intense first quarter. We were told it's going to be intense throughout these playoffs. And the best is yet to come. The Cleveland Samba beating the Oklahoma City Lions 2-1, heading into the second of the MASL3 quarterfinals on Godaway Sports.
Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you are interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away.
This broadcast is copyrighted by Godaway Broadcasting Company, LLC, for the private use of our audience. Any use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or other accounts of the game without Godaway Broadcasting Company's consent is prohibited. So, Cleveland Samba really living up to the March Madness hype. A team that kind of has the odds stacked against them, but it doesn't show on the scoreboard right now. 2-1 with a nice, strong push in that first quarter. You can really tell that Samba able to make this a worthwhile trip and definitely refusing to go home until they host that trophy on that Sunday afternoon. So here are your scores from the early games in our window of the MASL3 playoffs. So in the first game, the Delaware City FC defeated the Cincinnati Swerve 9-3. And in game 2, RGV won a fantastic thriller against the Rock City Boom 8-7 in the final minute. So the first semifinal tomorrow will be between the Delaware City FC and the RGV Barracudas. That game will start at 12:30 p.m. And the winner of this game here between the Samba and the Lions will face the winner of the Muskegon Risers and the Baltimore Kings. That game will be tomorrow at 3 p.m. here from the Fredericksburg Fieldhouse. So the Samba kind of into some late windows here, but they're definitely going to use that to their advantage, as this is game 3 of the MASL3 quarterfinals. That Muskegon Baltimore game will proceed after this one, shortly after this one. And now a chance to attack, and it's off to the side. Kiefer Reed on the other side of the goal, on the other side of the field here in the second quarter, and trying to keep it in play was George Contenden. But Contenden, it's out of bounds on the Samba, so Oklahoma City back ready to go. Let's get a little block there by Contenden. Victor Arias. Victor Arias, you've been hearing his name a lot. He's been really controlling the ball here for his Lions crew. And with two hands, it's Keeper Reed just really going up and snatching it like a wide receiver. And it's up. Oh, it did hit the ceiling. So that was a really high kick. And now, let's see who it's going to be towards. Is a free kick coming up for Nick Zagarach. Samba able to take advantage of this out-of-bounds play. And just hanging there, just hung on that kick. Zagarach unsuccessful on that free kick. Messiah trying to snatch it away, trying to force a turnover. Zagarach trying to hustle in there as well here for the Samba. How about Matt Scalani? Just really being sneaky. And Sylvester Messiah, that was on the side of the wall. Nick Zagarach trying to swivel it in. And it's off there. As Fuentes able to get it for the Oklahoma City Lions. And the Lions looking to find some rhythm. They were able to get one important goal there from above the Diallo. But obviously, still trailing on the scoreboard. Hanging there to the center. And a collision, Nick Sigarach. Once again, going to be called for a foul here on Tristan Herrera. And Tristan Herrera had a few words to tell Nick Sigarach. Connor Hall able to get it off his foot, but it looks like he was unable to keep it into the field of play. So free kick coming up for OKC. It looks like this is Victor Arias doing the duties again. And Arias once again stepping back. And off Del Vecchio. His shot was blocked by Kiefer Reed. Kiefer Reed has been really preparing for this moment. Once again, another free kick. Arias gets the side off. And no! Looks like that was Del Vecchio trying to attack there again. Solis is taken away by Spadani. Spadani trying to get a little back kick. Indeed, now to Kiefer Reed, the goalie. A good, decent crowd here at the Fredericksburg Fieldhouse. You are definitely seeing, I believe that is the Baltimore Kings to our left. But here comes a nice into it goal by number 6 of the Lions, Alexandre Tyre, making it the score 2-2. Samba starting off with a 2-0 lead, but the Lions able to draw back and roar, tie it back up. 11:46 here to go here in this first half. But as I was talking, we talked about, I believe, that was the Lions. No, the Baltimore Kings, excuse me, to our left. Trying to prepare for their matchup against the Muskegon Riders from Michigan. And out of bounds. So it's a stake in that game. It's Muskegon, they are the Great Lakes Division champions, and the Baltimore Kings, the last seed here, as they are 4th place in the Atlantic Division. Victor Arias getting it off on the free kick. Del Vecchio. So Diallo and Taya are able to put OKC back into the front. But OKC is still looking for their first lead here today. And trying to slide it down. And this is an OKC team that last year played a team from this division that the Samba is from, the Rock City Boom. Rock City Boom able to win a nail biter 8-7 in overtime. So the OKC Lions trying to get further into the Nationals here this year. And the Samba, obviously, with it just being their second year in a new system format being put into place this year. Their first ever appearance here in the MASL3 Nationals. Definitely a historic season, regardless of the outcome. But obviously, goal here is to win. 10.5 minutes to go until halftime. It's all knotted up at 2. Down the middle. Feeding it off, and a nice little side kick. Chavez for the OKC Lions, losing it for a second. It's out of bounds. Possession error going back here to the Cleveland Samba. As the cone for Jordan Lewis to get the kicking duties off. So number 19, Sylvester Messiah, checking in there and trying to get separation, trying to set up some offense. On the corner we go. And Fuentes, once again, standing there just inside the box. Now it's around the plexiglass. And hold off. Got a whistle blown, wave it off. Trying to get them off and trying to get them separated. That is what the official was signaling. As the foul was called on Cleveland. Now taken here, number 20, Nunez. Fuentes right back there for the Lions and really holding his own despite those 2 early goals. Both teams have been really at it defensively. This is a Samba team that has scored around 18 goals a game. Just under 20 goals a game. They have been a really high explosive offense all year, including 36 points against Youngstown back on Valentine's Day. As it lands out of bounds, I'd like to give a big shout out there to that cameraman able to tap the ball back into the field of play and avoiding our media table. Free kick coming up for the Samba. This is Mitch Boyer. Got a nice, sturdy defensive wall. Mitch Boyer is looking to break. And he does! Mitch Boyer breaks that wall, and a nice little hole gives him and the Samba a 3-2 lead. On the free kick, Mitch Boyer gets his first goal of the playoffs. And Samba able to take the lead right back with 8:49 to go in the half. Looks like you also seen piling in the Muskegon Risers. So 2 potential teams that the Samba could face if they win here tonight. Got a scout in the blink of an eye. Now here comes a collision there at the wall. It's now Hernandez for the OKC Lions. Looking to tie it back up here halfway through this second quarter. It's on the corner and taken by Kiefer Reed. Dang! Connor Holman gets it in on the goal. Connor Holman from far away land, making it 4-2. Oh, Nelly! A little heart signal given by Connor Holland. Much well deserved. As the Samba back up to a 2-goal lead. It's been fun here throughout this entire first half, Donald. The Cleveland Samba looking for more. And they are just getting started. Donald is telling us they are just getting started. As the Samba able to roll to this 4-2 lead. So a timeout called here on the field with this 2-goal advantage for the Samba. And we want to get a chance to read some sponsors yet again here for these Cleveland Samba. So, the healthiest you, Dr. Maximilian Zart, his chiropractor center is in Strongsville. You can dial 440-238-3338. That is Dr. Maximilian Zart, located on 12608 Almeida Drive, Strongsville, Ohio, 44149. And another sponsor, brought to you by Barrett Financial Group, the team of John Washburn, Philip Spagnolo, and Nick Master Petro, the Barrett Financial Group LLC, located on 8500 Station Street Suite 300K, Menor, Ohio, 44049. 6-0. And by BWE Investment Sales, the team of Anthony DeMarco, Bill Stevens, Sammy Banak, and Alex Roomley-Anshi. You could go to www.bwe.com/investment-sales to learn more about BWE Investment Sales. Definitely BWE, a well-recognized sponsor here for the Samba. They are wearing it, a sponsor with great pride on the back of their jerseys. And it's out of bounds. So back into the action we go. 7:14 to go until halftime. Samba looking to hold on and trying to get their largest lead here of the night. This is tied for their largest lead at 2 goals. Now a chance to do some havoc again. It's hanging there on the wall. So George Continent having to rush back in it for the Samba. It's taken around the middle and now trying to get back into some center. Diallo, it's too far out of reach for Diallo. Now taken by Hogan Kern. Hogan Kern just playing a little bit of hopscotch. That's why hopscotch in elementary school comes in handy. And now Sylvester Messiah. Messiah trying to feed it in, but a tough line there, a line of a wall. Here comes a chance for offense again. Lions getting it right back. They are really hustling in. The defense is really hustling in. And it's up there and out of bounds. Looks like some contact as a player falling down hard for the OKC Lions. And no, he is slow to get up. So he is getting up, so that is good to see. Hobbling back to the bench. Definitely going to have to take a seat there on the bench for the time being at least. So there at the middle. Bo Diallo. It scored the Lions' first goal in that first quarter. And looks like a whistle blown going back here to Cleveland. There's some heavy contact there by Oklahoma City. You can definitely tell the style of play differs from both of these teams. Considering the regions we are from the Midwest and Oklahoma City more in the, you could say Central America, but more Southwest. As every region has like their own style of soccer. So, but technically, you can definitely count them as part of the South Division. South Division definitely in the South. It's more so just teams from like Texas and Oklahoma, maybe even Kansas City. Take a good peek at that in a short little bit. Try to give you a little bit of more insight on how Oklahoma City plays their soccer. Victor Arias taking here for Oklahoma City. I'll take it right back. It's just back and forth we go, playing keep away. So as you can definitely count on your South Division. Yes, a team from Kansas City is in that South Division. As it goes out of bounds, it's Deportivo Shiloh. I believe Springfield to Mies. More than likely, as that's Springfield, Missouri. Now number 77 here for the OKC Lions. getting crashed into the wall. There's a crash into the wall. That was number 77, by the way, Henry Dominguez. Now, here comes OKC looking to attack yet again. Yes, I am correct. The Springfield Demise are from Springfield, Missouri. So that is just the gist of it. Like around that little southwest area, that southwest region of the United States is the kind of teams that Oklahoma City has had to deal with throughout the course of the regular season. Definitely a big outcry from the teams that Cleveland Samba have to face. You got two teams from New York and obviously their Ohio Derby counterpart, the Youngstown Nighthawks. But here comes a free kick coming up. Mitch Boyer. Mitch Boyer trying to tap it in. And out of bounds as it was tapped. Connor Hawley getting in there for a second, but it looks like they're going to call it a corner kick now here for Cleveland. Sylvester Messiah trying to get some ball handling. Messiah just being trapped. Now George Condon getting it right back. Anthony DeMarco out the middle. 3 minutes ago here in counting in first half. Guys, that raises the net. Get ready. We are prepared to go throughout these full 3 days. And hopefully we can go to the championship this Sunday. Call the broadcast this Sunday here on Guideway Sports as Diallo going to be called for that foul. Well, Diallo, some tough contact. He's trying to make his case. It looked trying to say he was just thrown around. And now, Cleveland Samba back on offense. Here comes Hogan Kern slicing it in. Goal for Hogan Kern. And largest lead tonight here for the Samba at 5-2. 2.5 minutes to go here, first half, and the Samba are making their case to the entire nation. They are rocking the nation right now here in this first half. But you see, it's 5-2. Anything could happen, as we saw in that last game between RGV and Rock City. And now number 67, Max Gladani. Hogan Kern really slicing it in. Now a chance to go on top by even more. Mascalani here on offense for the Samba. Now Alex Rumlianchi. Far kick down to Canadies and off. The last touch there by Fuentes, the goalie for Oklahoma City. Now just over a minute and a half to go in the half. Desperation goal here is crucial for Oklahoma City to stay within this one. Caesar Solis. Trying to slice. No. Kiefer Reed tapping it up to the top. Kiefer Reed able to make that save, and now Del Vecchio trying to get it right back into play. And that's off to the top. Not the best sequences here for Oklahoma City in this first half. Caesar Solis trying to find Caesar Solis, but good defensive stalemate by Jordan Lewis. Oklahoma City gets another chance at it. Jordan Lewis right there again for the tap. Rumlianchi trying to get off at DeVecchio, but DeVecchio takes it away. And now looking to run down this clock. Found an open seam. Now Jordan Lewis getting right back there on defense. defense has been really solid. And it looks like Connor Hawley getting tripped up to the ground. And a little bit of a free give here to the Samba after that foul. Clock stops at 30.8 seconds. It's kind of frozen up for a second. Oh, it's back underway. And it looks like clock running down as the whistle blows. 22.8 seconds now as we get a free kick coming up for Oklahoma City from the red line. Time to spare here for the Lions. Cesar Solis. Now Chavez. Just trying to feed to the Vecchio. Now under 10 seconds. Maybe one last goal here for good measure, but no. It's off for Will Grubbs. And time has been called here. In what has been a very dramatic first half. The Cleveland Samba, 5 key goals. And they take a much well-deserved 3-goal lead heading into this halftime break. It's the Cleveland Samba 5 and the OKC Lions 2 in the quarterfinals of the MASL3 Nationals here on Godaway Sports.
Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you are interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away. Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you are interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away. Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you are interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away. Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you are interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away. Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you are interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away.
Once again, this broadcast is copyrighted by Godaway Broadcasting Company, LLC, for the private use for our audience. Any use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or other accounts of the game without Godaway Broadcasting Company's consent is prohibited. So 5 players here for the Cleveland Samba able to get on the board here in the Samba's first ever appearance in the MASL3 playoffs. They lead right now in the quarterfinal against the Oklahoma City Certified Lions 5-2 as we start this second half. Oklahoma City hasn't got really much offense. Abo Diallo was able to really butt things up, as well as Alexandre Tyre, but really not much after that. As the Cleveland Samba are on offense here. Milling on Evans. No, shot block. MASL3 trying to get back at the action and taken here. A new goalie into the mix for Oklahoma City. And Kiefer Reed sitting out there himself for the Samba. Abo Diallo able to get it off there. And now here comes a whistle blown. A whistle blown, and it looks like we got some contacts in the early stages of this third quarter. But Noah Ricks here from the Fredericksburg Fieldhouse in Fredericksburg, Virginia. This is actually, hey, Donald, I actually just thought about this. This is actually our first broadcast out of state. Out of state. Like, we are located here, located in Ohio, but our goal is just to expand it nationally, and this is our first step to expanding outreach nationally. And this quickly, in just a matter of about 6 months. For those of you who are unaware, we formed Godaway Broadcasting Company, LLC, back on September 3rd of 2025. We were able to pick up 2 high schools in our respective Cleveland area, in our Cleveland market. And we were given a golden opportunity this past winter, this past November, when we got a call from the Cleveland Samba to come broadcast their games on Godaway Broadcasting. And it has just been smooth sailing ever since. Obviously, when we started this company, we had the normal hiccups here and there, but able to fix those hiccups in a short matter of time was what was needed, but definitely done. And as a result, we are here in Fredericksburg, Virginia, in just a very short notice. We would never thought we would have had this kind of experience.
How exciting is that on short notice?
And Donald's saying, how exciting is that on short notice? But back into the action we go. A half minute gone by here in this third quarter as the Cleveland Samba looking to get on top by 4 goals. This is their largest lead here tonight at 3. And once again, some contacts. Here comes a blue card upcoming as well. So we get our first blue card here. And it looks like Herrera going back to the bench for Oklahoma City. So looks like the Samba have a little bit of an advantage. They have a little bit of a power play here. actually, as I'm counting, there are only 4 players out there for the Samba, only 4 out there for Oklahoma City. So it looks like both teams are just going to settle for the 4-on-4. So Connor Hollett, Victor Arias now for Oklahoma City. And oh no, he was trying to tap it in, and calling for the foul was above Diallo. But now it's Connor Hollett feeding it off. Now from Canada to Connor Hollett. So looks like D's to Hollett, as Hollett was hustling down there on our near side. And now Kiefer Reed just trying to tap it back, keeping it away from Diallo. Here comes the hustle, a 2-on-1. Now number 6, Jake Gratzer, feeding it off. Matt Skladany trying to get some separation and trying to feed it in, but he was unsuccessful. So a nice shot attempt by Skladany. But 2 minutes gone by now here in the third. And Kiefer Reed right there, just getting it into his bread basket. And here comes the whistle blown. So it looks like we got a free kick coming. This is for Oklahoma City. And now doing the duties here for the Lions is number 77, Henry Dominguez. Or now Dominguez. Hogan Kern just trying to spin around, and he does get the takeaway. And back up for grabs. Oklahoma City still fighting for their lives. Still early into this third quarter, so they can really score some quick goals. Trailing 5-2. They have never led tonight. This is a team that coming off a tough quarterfinal loss to Rock City last year in the finals. In the nationals, in the national quarterfinals. And it's in, and it's in. So count it in, and Oklahoma City able to strike blood, and they cut it down to a 5-2-3 game. So this game far from over. We're expecting that throughout the majority of this broadcast. So now Oklahoma City getting some momentum. Nepper is the goalie, the new goalie in there for the Lions. He does get a tap of it. And now Million Evans. Million Evans feeding it off to Matt Skladany. And Skladany trying to get it back. And now Oklahoma City trying to pick it up a notch. Taken by Alex Rumlienchi down the middle. Alex Rumlienchi gets pushed off by Victor Arias. Clean, no foul. And blocked there by Sylvester Messiah. Messiah getting the side kick. Some nice action here in this third quarter. There. And to the corner. Number 13, Jordan Lewis, just trying to get out of that grasp. Now Cesar Solis trying to feed it in again. And now Sylvester Messiah. Sylvester Messiah trying to get away. Trying to get some offense flowing. Trying to get the outlet going. Bo Diallo. Now Solis. Solis gets off of Connor Hollett. Connor Hollett a little frustrated in that sequence. Once again, some heavy traffic. No! Good shot block by Million Evans. Million Evans, not a goalie, but he's playing the help side, the weak side of Kiefer Reed. Really aiding him and really blocking a goal that would have put OKC back into the front again. And this is put back to the front with Marco DeVecchio. And OKC once again striking that comeback and cutting it down to a 5-4 game. So yes, we do have a ball game. And looks like we have a timeout here on the field. So 9:52 to go in the third quarter. You are seeing some March Madness right now between these two teams. So OKC have never led tonight, but in the cusp of cutting it back down and cutting it and tying the game back up. So we want to read off some sponsors while this timeout is going on. So, an official partner of the Cleveland Samba, AO Infinite Globe Life Insurance. Contact us today. Philip Spagnolo, 724-824-6664. And Nick Scordos at 216-333-0997. And another sponsor for the Cleveland Samba is RM Riggle. So, RM Riggle is a fire protection service in Berea, Ohio. RM Riggle is dedicated to providing our clients with professional and cost-effective fire sprinkler design and installation off of 879 West Bagley Road in Berea, Ohio. Go to RM Riggle, dial 440-234-0700 to learn more about RM Riggle. Samba just trying to keep themselves from losing their composure. This is a team that has really kept their composure throughout this regular season. But in the biggest test, this is when the pressure really comes on to you. These are the biggest tests of the season, as obviously in the postseason. So every team is good from here on out. So at this point, the regular season does not really matter. As the stakes are high, and rightfully so. Now Mitch Boyer. And Mitch Boyer, looks like we got some contact going back here to OKC, and now momentum starting to shift back to the Lions. Yet again. Now Nepper, the goalie, getting it here for OKC, feeding it down to the middle. Bo Diallo, get back on the board. And no. So the Samba get a lucky break here. Trying to fight for it was the Samba's number 22, Mikey Schmid. Schmid trying to get back in there for the Samba. Taken right back by Solis, Cesar Solis. Up for grabs. That was a wild tested shot. And still plenty of time left in this third quarter. 8 minutes to go in this third quarter. Trying to say it hit the ceiling. And some subs coming back in for the Samba. And now a free kick coming up here for Cleveland. This is George Continent trying to get it off. And a little bit of a fluster for OKC. Good block there. Looks like that was a Bo Diallo in there. George Continent trying to call it out. And it hit the top of the glass, so out of bounds. The offensive possession is lost. And we have another official timeout here. So Foundation Vitamins and Sports Supplements, located in Strongsville, Ohio. An official sponsor of the Cleveland Samba. So just a little bit more about Foundation Vitamins and Sports Supplements. It's a premium supplement selection. They offer a curated selection of top-tier supplements designed to fuel your fitness, health, and wellness journey. From muscle-building proteins to energy-boosting pre-workouts and essential vitamins, our products are scientifically formulated to help you perform at your best. Once again, Foundation Vitamins in Sports Supplements. A very well-respected vitamin supplement store in the Cleveland area. Giving them a huge shout out here from the Mid-Atlantic. But now back here in this third quarter, with just under 8 minutes to go, OKC is driving and charging. But Sylvester Messiah trying to put an end, trying to put that to bed. Same as Samba in general. Melion Evans loses it and taken by Caesar Solis. Trying to feed it in. Shot blocked by Kiefer Reed. So Kiefer Reed at the last second, as he's been doing all season, getting called his own number and jumping in when they need him most. And it's in! Slice and diced for Jordan Lewis, making it 6-4. How about Jordan Lewis feeding his team at the right time with 7:18 to go in this third quarter. And Jordan Lewis gets his first goal of these playoffs. So now it's 6 total players in general scoring for the Samba. And back on top here, 6 goals throughout 2.5 quarters. Nothing more you can ask for, but obviously there is more you can ask for trying to finish this game, holding on to this lead. Now Connor Hollett taking it for the Cleveland Samba. The Samba trying to get their mojo back and trying to get back on top by 3 goals. Connor Hollett falls down on the ground looking for a foul. Not going to get it. Fun times here at Fredericksburg. Now Dylan Keeling. Dylan Keeling. That pass in. It looks like Dylan Keeling did step on the legs of his defender. So foul going to be called on Dylan Keeling. And now Hogan Kern being called from the sideline to get a switch going. Six and a half minutes to go, third quarter. Samba. They're 4 goals away from getting yet another double-digit game, but that is far from what they want to do right now. I mean, yes, obviously you want to get double digits, but most importantly, they want to just preserve the lead. And getting him off is Abo Diallo. Abo Diallo trying to get it off and no. And it's up, and a little bit of a juggle there for Kiefer Reed. But once again, getting it back up, and no. That was George Condon trying to get it off. So George Condon trying for goal number 2 for him tonight. Someone looking to advance. Trying to move on to play the winner of Muskegon and Baltimore coming up shortly after this game. That will be your nightcap for the quarterfinals of the MASL3 Nationals. Taken by number 13, Jordan Lewis. It's off the glass, so going out of bounds. And definitely a bit of a travel for just all the teams involved, with the exception of maybe Baltimore, as they are the host team. Most of these teams having to come from either the Midwest or the Southwest, or as far as New York, and trying to come out here to the Mid-Atlantic, trying to hoist a trophy. That is why neutral sites are the best here in any kind of tournament. And Caesar Solis, he misses his shot. Caesar Solis trying to do it again. Trying again, and no, taken away by Jordan Lewis. Jordan Lewis with his one goal from moments earlier. And now a chance for Oklahoma City and too high for Cesar Solis. Cesar Solis, another guy we've been calling his name a lot tonight. Solis has really is playing his part, just really doing ball control here for OKC, at least, to say the least. And once again, the Samba just forcing it and taking it away. Once again, they're standing around the corner. Just under 3.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Take it away. Samba, they have just been rolling there. And a chance for MASL3 to get it in. No, oh no, it is a foul. As falling down, no, he is holding his shin. That is Alex Rumlianchi. And no, he is not getting up whatsoever. And Alex Rumlianchi down on the ground. Now he is not getting up. Holding on to, hopefully it's not his Achilles. And there, once again, another close call. So, Alex Rumlianchi was holding on to his shin. So a free kick coming up off the foul here for Mitch Boyer. Up and in! Mitch Boyer, how do you do? 7-4 Cleveland off the free goal kick. Second free goal for Mitch Boyer. Woo-hoo! You're seeing it all. As Mitch Boyer, it's goal number 2 for him tonight. On his way to a brace. So that is our first hat trick alert. Mitch Boyer with his brace. Really opened this Samba team. Pull off the improbable. At least in terms of odds stacked against them. In terms of on paper, what people in the general public expected them. But taking it in is Marco Del Vecchio. So just like that, it's a 7-5 game. So Marco Del Vecchio, after that free goal kick, is able to slice it in. And Nick Segarach. Oh, looks like, a little bit of friction there between the OKC coach and the official. All of that center circle, so it looks like the goal does officially count. That was a warning. That was a firm warning there by the official. That is fireworks. A lot of fireworks going, as our cameraman Donald just mentioned. The scoreboard doesn't officially read it. As of right now, our scoreboard reads 7-5, unless that goal did not officially count. Looks like it may have been going under further review, if anything. We are nowhere near the score table, and it looks like we have the benches for both sides just really changing some harsh words. This is playoff soccer for you, ladies and gentlemen. Still, the goal has not been officially counted. Trying to figure out, and Abo Diallo's upset there on the sideline. very upset, and oh no. Well, Diallo is irate. And thank goodness you're not seeing it on camera because he is letting his frustrations be heard. And still a lot of chirping there on the sideline. Trying to just get this game back up and running, and it looks like so the score on the scoreboard reads 7-4. Looks like an official timeout here, and just trying to get things situated. We're trying to get an official word. And we are unsure. None of us are sure of what is going on there on the field. Trying to do his best, and looks like the officials are meeting there around the score table, trying to really get this thing situated. The ball is at center field, so this is our first controversy of the playoffs. Say that. Taking it like they're counting it. So, yeah. We are not near the score table, so we have no clue of what's going on. Looks like Anthony DeMarco there on the sideline, shaking hands with the one OKC player on the sideline. Good sportsmanship between those two. Yes, this could really make or break here a team season. Still a lot of discussion there. Going on the sideline. Adrian Arias trying to make his case there for the Lions. Seven 4 is what we are officially reading. They'll get it taken care of. They have the official score. That's what they're saying. Right now it reads 7-4. With 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. That is what it's saying on the scoreboard, so we're just going to roll with it. We're just going to roll with it for the time being. Nepper taking it for the OKC Lions. After a very lengthy discussion, we are back into action. And now the Lions looking to attack. Still a lot of game to be played, and the fourth quarter is probably going to be the most intense. And Abo Diallo trying to get his frustrations out and just trying to put it all behind him. And it's in! It is in! Counting it in for the goal. And I can officially say that is a good goal. 7-6 now. So they officially adjusted it. That last goal did count, and this goal does count too. So everything aside, the official score reads Cleveland Samba 7, OKC Lions 6. A fight there. George Condon trying to get out of it. And now Will Grubbs trying to make his presence felt. And looks like the official says we're going in, and some contact. Quinones by some contact there, and now a two-man wall for OKC. Anthony DeMarco just trying to calm the nerves of George Continent, trying to give him the directions. It's up. Yes! George Continent in the hole, making it 8-6. Nice little corner kick for George Continent. A Samba all night long. They have been just attacking and attacking. And a brace for George Continent. 2 braces here for the Samba. Mitch Boyer and now George Continent. So the Samba back on top by 2 goals officially. Just over a minute and a half to go, third quarter. It's been a very great one here from Fredericksburg. Definitely well worth the 6.5-hour drive. And now, Anthony DeMarco, no, my, Abo Diallo gets it off over to Anthony DeMarco. And the OKC Lions, once again, get a very quick response. 1:18 to go in the third quarter. DeMarco very upset after Diallo able to get it in over it. And now OKC looking to tie the game up. Some collision. And a corner kick coming up here for the Lions. And Abo Diallo. Comes a attack there. Still anyone's game. As we are going ahead into the fourth quarter. And a very tight match. Artist goal lead has been 3 by the Samba. And it's up and blocked by Kiefer Reed. So just over 30 seconds to shoot here for the OKC Lions. A team that has never been in the lead here tonight. But the Samba trying to hold their own for another 15 minutes. It's up there and off. Kiefer Reed able to get that block as the third quarter gun sounds of what was a very contested, kind of controversial third quarter. Some chirpiness going on. This is the intensity of the MASL3 Nationals. Heading into the fourth and final quarter of these quarterfinals, it is the Cleveland Samba 8 and the OKC Lions 7. You are watching Godaway Sports.
Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you are interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away.
Fourth and final quarter here from the Fredericksburg Fieldhouse in the quarterfinals. The Cleveland Samba trying to hold on and defeat the OKC Lions as they lead 8-7. Noah Ricks, your play-by-play announcer here on Godaway Sports with our cameraman Donald Van Horn, and we are shooting for the Samba to get some defensive stops, hold on to some leads. Our largest lead has been 3 here tonight. And looking to go to day 2 of the Nationals, trying to move on to play the winner of Muskegon and Baltimore. But we got 15 minutes to decide who will advance and who will go home. Now, here comes Abo Diallo, scoring a crucial goal to end the third quarter over Anthony DeMarco. Now the Lions now having to attack from the other side of the field. Mitch Boyer, Abo Diallo. He has been really hungry and off of Kiefer Reed. So, it's going to be very close. A lot of just really heart-stomping plays in this fourth quarter. This is what indoor soccer is all about. Mitch Boyer, not using his hands. I think I heard from the sideline, no hands. Good job taking it away. So to Samba. Trying to build on to their lead right now as Connor Hollett. Can he get it? No! It is a foul. There's a foul coming in as Connor Hollett gets really tripped up. So Connor Hollett taking one hard hit to the ground, and some subs coming in for the Cleveland Samba. You see the Samba having 2 free goal kicks tonight. Both of them thanks to Mitch Boyer, number 15, but now this is number 23, Alex Rumlianchi. Can he do it here? Very intense, very anticipating. A lot of suspense. He gets it off, but it's off of Nepper, the goalie. And now Jordan Lewis trying to feed it off, and Kiefer Reed able to snatch it in his basket. Oh no, Kiefer Reed, he is slow to get up. You see all these players just really, it's been just very physical. In these playoffs, Kiefer Reed looks like he took some bruises here. He's been taking some bruises all night long. But that was a really hard dive to the ground. A trooper there, Kiefer Reed. So the Samba back on offense. Here comes a double team here for Cleveland. And more whistle being blown. More whistles being blown as looks like it's going to be called. Looks on the Samba, it appears. So take it away. Here comes Alex Rumlianchi. Rumlianchi just trying to weave through. Mikey Schmidt now back to Rumlianchi. Playing outside motion like you do in basketball. And Million Evans who's trying to get it there and out of bounds. So out of bounds, it's 13:06 left in regulation. And both teams going down to the wire. We heard for this game, it's going to be intense. And here comes a shot miss. Mikey Schmidt, second one unsuccessful. That was a second chance for Mikey Schmidt. And now here comes number 2, Melion Evans. Evans down the middle and a little bit off to the corner. They're playing time of possession right now. That is crucial, using clock management here. Still early into this fourth quarter. Here comes Sylvester Messiah, feeding it off. Jordan Lewis tapping it in, and a header there. The defense closing up for OKC. Now back to Jordan Lewis, just trying to keep the ball in his foot. Good footwork there by Lewis. Trying to attack. And now Sylvester Messiah, no. Sylvester Messiah doing it again, no. So here comes OKC, looking to tie it up. And it's right into the basket again of Kiefer Reed. So Kiefer Reed calling for time. So timeout here on the field. And 11:41 on the clock. So trying to just re-huddle and regroup. You thought that quarterfinal game between Rock City and RGV was intense. This is probably even more intense than what has been kind of like a storybook game. It's a lot of thrills, a lot of drama. Cleveland Samba in their second year of existence. Really playing up to the test, but trying to hold on to a lead and trying to win a playoff game is another one on their list, another goal on their list. Kiefer Reed. Oh, shot block, so a chance to attack. Abo Diallo. Diallo is trying to get off of MASL3. And it looks like a good kick out of bounds by Kiefer Reed. We're going to get a free kick. So, yes, this is big. Every kick is important from here on out as Victor Arias. Here comes the block. Good defensive block. And now hustling down is George Continent. And kicking it out of bounds is Nepper, the goalie for Oklahoma City. Here comes the throw by Kiefer Reed. And Diallo once again with the takeaway. No, and yes, it is a foul. Got to call it on Anthony DeMarco. And now back at it we go. Bo Diallo has been really animated all night. A tough, fierce competitor and taken by Kiefer Reed. And Connor Hollett trying to call for a foul on the other end. Here comes that kick by Nepper. Trying to box out DeMarco with Diallo. He does successfully. And some defense, Delvecchio. Trying to find some help, trying to get some outlets going in. No, that was off the side for Abo Diallo. And Diallo feeding it off to Delvecchio. 5 minutes gone by here in this very thrilling fourth quarter, this dramatic fourth quarter. And trying to get the kick. Couldn't get some separation. Kiefer Reed grabs it. Took some hesitation. Maybe trying to take some seconds off the clock there as well. And here it comes. Hogan Kern. Hogan Kern, and no. He was trying for that goal. That was for certain. Alex Rumley, and she has been trying to take the charge here for the Samba. And now Sylvester Messiah trying to get it off the mask. Skladany. Defense is crucial. And here comes Dylan Keeling. It's up! It is it! It is it for Sylvester Messiah! Samba looking to attack more. Go up by 3, go up by 4, go up by 5, go up by as much as you can. Because OKC will look for answers. And Abo Diallo feeds it off. And off. Been playing up to the task. Sylvester Messiah, who scored that goal just a few moments ago. And Sylvester Messiah getting his first goal of these playoffs. And Skladany right there. Mascalini feeding it off Sylvester Messiah, but Delvecchio right there for OKC. So OKC is still in this one. You could definitely say that. And no, and that was a good kick away. Taking it to the other side is what you need. But Victor Arias right there for the Lions. And the sideline is being told, is telling them to keep talking. It's all about communication here for the defense. Splaney trying to force another takeaway. Just really jamming their feet in. Up there, Diallo. Diallo. How about Albo Diallo? He was under some heavy duress, but still, Albo Diallo is not backing down. And 9-8. So everyone is going to be on their feet here. Everyone is going to be out of their seat. Back down to a one-goal game here in Fredericksburg. Not much you could do here since we're the broadcasters. But for the Samba, definitely found a way to shut down Albo Diallo. Because Albo Diallo, on his hat trick right now, Diallo is definitely going to be the guy who can make or break that really just sneaky leader there for the OKC Lions. Might need some maybe even double, triple teams. Is trying to find some help, just trying to really shut him down. Back out we go. 9-8 game. Samba just one goal shy of 10. Already in their first ever MASL3 game, Nationals game, one goal shy of 10. And now here comes OKC. Once again, take it away, finding themselves a boost. Rats are in there, and it's off the side of the wall, trying to hustle down. Now Chavez feeding it back off. Tyre, and now to Victor Arias. Quinones now from the feed from Arias. Here comes Nepper. Goalie kicks it away, and Mitch Boyer right there for the side kick. And Connor Hollett. Connor Hollett feeding him off, and Connor Hollett loses it. Chavez now for the Lions. A lot of time out. He pushes him off. No foul. Clean contact. Connor Hollett is in the vicinity, and it stays in play. DeMarco with the header. And now here comes a header here from the Lions. I'm not seeing Diallo out there right now. He's getting a rest. More than likely, he is going to take a rest for the waning minutes of this game. Just under 6.5 to go. Going for the ball. George Condon in there on Quinones. Feed it off. Cesar Solis at the center circle, feeding it off to Quinones. Down the middle, now Cesar Solis. Trying to slice it and dice in, yes! Quinones ties it up at 9. So, still a chance to attack for Cleveland, but it's just really getting more heart-wrenching. A lot of nerves flailing up here in this field house. Mikey Schmid gets it off. OKC, never count them out. Never count any team out when they were playing in the Nationals. Trying to feed it. No, Mikey Schmid had a chance there, had an angle. And now Hogan Kern trying to get back in the mix. Plenty of time running down. And OKC looking for their first lead. They have never led. Number 2, Melion Evans. Obviously, looking to attack the goal here, and is now crucial for the Samba. Now Kiefer Reed kicking it away. Hogan Kern spinning around. Will Grubbs trying to feed it back to Kern, and Nepper off his fingertips, but the ball is still in play. So the Samba just don't go anywhere. And that is an understatement because you are seeing a MASL3 Classic here in these playoffs. And now Abo Diallo, just trying to keep it away from Diallo is a must. Diallo can get right back here for OKC, and no foul. No foul as Diallo, they feed it off, and it's off for grabs off the side of the wall. No! 4 minutes to go, and number 13, Jordan Lewis takes it away, and it looks like Will Grubbs is down on the ground, not getting up. 3:57 to go, and everyone has been taking a beating. Will Grubbs actually got some turf in his mouth as well, so that is the kind of grit. It's violent. It's violent warfare out there here in these playoffs. Back at it we go as Alex Rumlianchi will get things back underway. Tied up at 9 between the OKC Certified Lions and the Cleveland Samba. Kick it away now, Kiefer Reed. Now Mascladani and Dylan Keeling. Rumlianchi now. Just trying to find that team. Oh, so close. So close, but yet so far. Time winding down too, and the clock is frozen, and the clock not running at all. Oh, this is not good. Here comes an attack there, and taken by Kiefer Reed. So the clock now officially running. Come the Lions. Back on their own end. And Nepper feeding it off to Abo Diallo. That is the last person you want with the ball right now if you're Cleveland. Here comes Diallo. And now 18, number 18, George Continent. And they're going to call it out of bounds. They're going to say it touched the top of the wall. And 3:15 to go as Del Vecchio will put it back into play. Cesar Solis. And getting it off. Alex Rumlianchi gets contact on Chavez. I've never seen a game as wild as this one. Definitely something you can write on a script of a movie, and it would be golden. And it would hit the big time. It would hit the Oscars, and that is well too high for Kiefer Reed. Let them fight another day. And we got a hard crash of the ground there as George Continent just gets met with Abo Diallo. 2:54 now as the Lions, they have been knocking on the doorstep. Connor Hollett able to get in there, trying to feed it off to Hollett. Connor Hollett, can he do the works? Can he? No. He has to get it back out. Del Vecchio, it's up for grabs. Looks like they're going to say it hit the ceiling. So, time is a factor. in these quarterfinals right now. It's tied here with 2:37 to go in regulation. As win or go home. Stakes have went from high to unlimited power. Free kick coming up for Mitch Boyer. 2 free goal kicks here for him tonight. And it's blocked. Crucial block. And they're going to call it, and they're going to call it 3 lines. They are calling for the 3 lines, and they're going to get that 3 lines call. Couldn't have come at a better time as number 15, Mitch Boyer, trying to do it with another free kick. He just taps it off. Jordan Lewis. Now Mitch Boyer. It's just cat and mouse, hopscotch. Just trying to keep it away. Jordan Lewis trying to feed it off. And now just over 2 minutes. Kiefer Reed dives in. These two teams are really duking it out. And now Hogan Kerr, no, we are going to get a call, a whistle blown, blue card. So a blue card with 2:03 left. Holy, this could be the biggest call here of not just this game, but the entire MASL3 Nationals right now, at least for right now. We still got 3 games left to be played these next 2 days. Now here comes that power play. Coming up. So you're counting out there right now. Power play, it's 4-on-4. Oh, excuse me, no. Am I counting it wrong? Yes, it's 4-on-4. This could really well decide this game. As a blue card, that will go until 3 seconds left in regulation. It is a 5-on-4 officially for OKC. And now Solis. They have to play really tight around the goal. They're trying to call middle. And now Solis. They feed it off to Arias. And now Solis. Solis feeding it off. Manoy. Everyone is on their feet. Kiefer Reed diving in. So Kiefer Reed, the pressure has really added tenfold for him. As free kick coming up for Victor Arias. And Arias just taps it off. Back to Arias. They're controlling this side of the field in this power play. It's out of bounds. They had to kick it out of bounds as George Contondon comes in at the last second. And blood pressure is so high for everyone involved here. And it's off. So, trying to win this power play is a Samba. We are just over a minute left in regulation in what has been deemed to be the best game of the day so far. And day 1 of the Nationals. And taking it away is Anthony DeMarco, the captain, diving in. And Solis just feeding it back to Arias. Just under 40 seconds left now for the Lions. And just over 30 seconds left now on the power play. Can they attack? Solis to Arias. And here comes Solis, and it was off the side. Under 20 seconds now. Trying to feed it to someone at least. Now it's 10 seconds. No, good save there by Jordan Lewis. It's 5 seconds now. Can they do something? They're calling the shot. No! At the last second, we are going to overtime. Just by maybe about a foot or two. So, a very dramatic power play is unsuccessful for Oklahoma City. And we are going to overtime here in the quarterfinals. More indoor soccer.
I don't want this to end.
No, neither do I want this to end. As looks like we got 10 minutes left in overtime. They're going to put 10 minutes on here in overtime. So I'm calling like we could very well see a sudden death overtime goal. All they got to do is get one score. At least that's what I'm hearing right now on the sideline. But we'll find out. Here's we put 10 more extra minutes on the clock. Everyone is tired and worn out, but everyone trying to finish. They just need one more goal. They're calling one more goal. And we definitely made a good choice to come out here. As Noah Ricks, your play-by-play announcer here on Godaway Sports with our cameraman, Donald Van Ord. It's been a heck of a season here for the Cleveland Samba. And a power play that is going to be remembered for the ages. This off by 1 or 2 feet. 1 foot short. So that could have really determined the outcome of the season for both teams. But now the Samba live to fight and try. They need one more goal to claim victory. And it looks like OKC will get the ball. To start this overtime period. So here comes free soccer. And out of bounds, it's going to stay here with OKC. Call it. So defense has to play tough and nimble. Sideline is telling the defense they can't shut off. You see Abo Diallo down there in the middle. You had to find a good crease. And they find Diallo. But they feed it right back to Vecchio. No. Diallo, no. Out of bounds. They say looks like it's going to stay here with the Lions. So now Cesar Solis going to try a little bit of a corner kick here. Feed it off. Monroy, no! And Diallo, that's out of bounds on Diallo. So first chance to attack of this overtime period on offense for the Samba. They're going to do it quick. Can they do it here? No, out of bounds. That was a wild kick there. From Lianchi back here to Cesar Solis. So here it comes again. Blaine tap it away. Neither team is refusing to lose here. Oh no, Nepper Oh, just at the last second, you got it away from Connor Holland. But now it is Dylan Keeling. And oh, every split distance, every split second, and they take it away. Mitch Boyer. Good defense, good defensive shutdown. And now here comes Alex Rumlienchi and Diallo. Just Diallo. And Diallo gets it in. And that is game for Oklahoma City. What a heartbreaking end to this season for the Cleveland Samba. First lead of the night for Oklahoma City. Could have come at a worse time in the overtime period. Lost for words right now as the Cleveland Samba played their hearts out throughout the course of this game, losing in sudden death overtime. So you have witnessed history on the wrong end. All you Cleveland Samba fans, it was just a heck of a season, a heck of a first season for us on Godaway Sports. It was a very competitive game. We couldn't have asked for a better game. And I wanted to go like all 3 days in this tournament. You know, the Samba, you can't hang your heads. Don't ever hang your heads here after what was, again, that you proved to the nation that you belong. You belong here at the top of the pack in the MASL3.
I'll tell you this, the Samba has a lot of heart, and they will be back next season.
And Donald says this, the Samba has a lot of heart, and they will be back next season. We can all guarantee you that. So,
Leave your stuff over here.
the Samba season comes to a heartbreaking end in overtime of the quarterfinals. But the best is just yet to come. We have started a magnificent relationship with this team, and the second season is just going to be even better here for the Samba. Well, their third season overall, but our second season next season on Godaway Sports. So we'd like to thank everyone involved from the Cleveland Samba team, and most importantly, we'd like to thank Anthony DeMarco and Reno DiStefano for just really giving us their generous gift of coming out to the Cleveland Samba and giving them a chance to be in the spotlight. But in the meantime, this is Noah Ricks and Donald Van Horn signing off from the Fredericksburg Fieldhouse in Fredericksburg, Virginia. The OKC Lions steal one from the Samba, 10-9. This has been a presentation of Godaway Sports. We got away, and we will be back.
Godaway Sports and City View Sportscast thanks you for watching this presentation of high school athletics. For more coverage of your local teams, stay tuned to Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away.